because intolerance has many shapes. It lurks in the streets of Jammu and Kashmir as well as on campuses, but it is usually spoken in hushed tones, especially when it comes to spaces that are considered devoted to liberal arts and populated by left liberals. Now, filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri has alleged that he was invited by the Oxford Union to deliver a lecture on campus. By the Oxford Union, no less. The lecture was to be on Kashmir files, was confirmed for the 31st of May, according to him. And we have the invite, which says so, 8 p.m., 31st, which is today. But it was cancelled at the last moment. He said this is an example of cancel culture, literally cancelling his point of view out of the equation. Times Now has accessed the invite given to Agnihotri. It confirms that he has a speaking event on 31st May at 8 p.m. rescheduled now for the 1st of July. Even a poster was released highlighting the date and time of the event. Now Agnihotri said that despite a confirmation being given in writing a week earlier, he was unceremoniously cut off. The excuse given to him was for a double booking. But if confirmation was already given in writing, is a double booking a plausible excuse? You think about that. But before that, listen in to Mr. Vivek Agnihotri, who made this statement. And then I speak to Mr. Vivek Agnihotri, viewers.
Are they cancelling me? No. They want to cancel democratically elected government of India, especially Mr. Narendra Modi. They want to label us as fascist people, as Islamophobic. Now, as if killing thousands of Kashmiri Hindus was not Hindu-phobic, but making the film on the truth is Islamophobic. The second biggest problem is they are not cancelling me. They are cancelling the genocide. They are cancelling Hindus. You have to understand Hindus are in minority in Oxford University. And this is the oppression of minority. This is Hindu-phobia. This is fascism. I am filing a lawsuit against them. I am going to claim all the damages. Please support me. Join me. Jai Hind.
Mr. Agnihotri, you made some very pointed charges against Oxford, and you sort of linked them to a Hindu phobia. Can you explain?
Okay, so people have to understand Oxford Union is one of the most popular and so-called in hierarchy at the top, the debating society. These people have even invited people like Gaddafi. After Gaddafi accepted to the bombings which killed almost 270 people, they have invited Indira Gandhi. They have called many African dictators and radical extremists. The problem is that Hindus are in minority. Oxford University and Cambridge, especially these British universities, have tried to maintain a narrative that there was no genocide in Kashmir of Hindus. Their narrative has been that the Muslims are oppressed and it has always been a Muslim land which Hindus want to capture illegally and undemocratically, to which Pandit Nehru surrendered or kind of compromised on that, because all these people who are educated in Oxford, you will find anybody who's come from this education, still in their heart they believe. Even when Shashi Tharoor went there, he was very apologetic about Kashmir. So this is the narrative Oxford propagates, and this is what they believe in. Oxford is dominated, A, by Middle Eastern lobbies, Middle Eastern funding, and Pakistani students. Hindu students are in minority. So Hindu students who go there either surrender or succumb to this pressure and also become communist, leftist, kind of a nexus, Islamist nexus, and they also speak anti-Hindu narrative. So I was invited by Oxford Union. It's not that I applied or I said invite me. They invited me after the Kashmir files. But then slowly all these Pakistani and Islamist voices started protesting. And they started protesting. Their main contention was that I am Islamophobic because I exposed Kashmir genocide in my film, The Kashmir Files. The second thing was they said I support fascist Prime Minister because I supported Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He is a democratically elected, one of the biggest victories he got. I supported him, so they said I am also fascist. So that the fascist and Islamophobe should not be called. So they started mounting pressure. And they wrote about it in social media. That's how I know it. And the president-elect is a Pakistani boy. And instead of cancelling directly, their tactic has always been all over the world. If you see, they always say, oh, sorry, we made a technical mistake. There has been a double booking. That's exactly what they have done with Rajiv Malhotra and Subramaniam Swamy and a lot of Hindu voices. So they sent an email on Sunday saying that, sorry, we made a mistake. There was a double booking, which is total lie, because on their calendar, there is no double booking. In fact, on my time slot today, some British athlete is speaking. Then when we questioned them, they said, no, actually we have some technical problem. Our AV guy or AV team is not there.